Hello and welcome everyone. In this lecture video, we will see one more type of DFA and its construction. Let's start. Type 5. DFA that represents the set of strings whose length is of at least certain. For example, construct a DFA that represents the set of strings whose length is of at least 3, where the alphabet, that is sigma, equals to 0, 1. Here the basic string is of length 3 and these space may contain either symbol 0 or 1. To construct the DFA for this language, we have to first represent this basic string by using the state diagram and then grow that basic state diagram to represent other strings that belongs to this language. So let's start with the starting state Q0. Here the symbol may be 0 or 1, so we make a transition 0, 1 and switches to the state Q1. Similarly, in this position, the symbol may be 0 or 1, so we make a transition on 0, 1 and switches to the state Q2. Similarly, for the next position, we make a transition on 0, 1 and switches to the state Q3. Since this basic string is of length 3 and belongs to this language and hence should be accepted, that's why we double circle this state. Now whatever comes after these 3 symbols should be accepted since it is already of length 3, that's why we make this transition on the input 0, 1. Since we make all the transitions from all the state on each input symbols, hence this is our final DFA. Let's take another example of DFA, which is slight modification of type 5. Construct a DFA that accepts set of all strings that starts with 1 and having length of at least 3. Here the basic string for this language is 1 space space. Here this blank space may have either 0 or 1. Now to construct the DFA for this language, we have to first represent this basic string by using a state diagram and then we have to grow that basic state diagram. So let's start with starting state Q0. Reading the first symbol of this basic string, that is 1, leads to the state Q1. Then reading the next symbol, that is either 0 or 1, leads to the next state Q2. And reading the next symbol, that is either 0 or 1, leads to the state Q3. Since this string belongs to this language, so we have to accept this string. That's why we make a double circle on this Q3 state. Now whatever comes after this string, that is either 0 or 1, should be accepted since it already starts with 1 and having at least length 3. So we make this transition on 0, 1. Since we have defined every transition for the state Q1, Q2 and Q3, so what if the input symbol 0 is read in the starting state Q0? This means that our string starts with 0. In that case, we make a new state Q4 and moves to that state on reading the symbol 0. And whatever comes after this 0 should not be accepted since this string starts with 0. So whatever comes after this 0 we do not accept, so we make this transitions. Now this state is called dead state. Since there is no chance for the machine to reach the accepting state from this state, whatever the symbol it reads. Here we define all the possible transitions, so this is our required DFA. Now the time for the assignments. Construct a DFA that accepts set of all strings that ends with B and having at least length 3. Here the alphabet sigma equals to A comma B. That's all in this lecture video. If you have any queries, then leave the comment, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you in next lecture video.